Have you ever been in a situation where you knew exactly what to say, but when the moment came, nothing came out? Your mind went blank, your heart pounded, and you either stayed silent or said something weak, something that wasn't really what you wanted to say. It happens with bosses, with family, in meetings, even in casual conversations. But here's the real kicker. This isn't just about shyness or nervousness. It's something deeper. What if I told you that the way you communicate, your words, your tone, your confidence, isn't controlled by you in the moment? What if I told you that your habits, your beliefs, and even your body are working against you without you realizing it? Most people think fear of communication is just a personality trait. Some people are good at talking, some aren't. But that's not true. The real reason we freeze, hesitate, or stumble in communication comes down to three invisible forces. One, our habits, the unseen traps we set for ourselves. What if I told you that the way you breathe, the way you sit, even the way you check your phone before a conversation is programming your brain to fail in communication? What if your daily habits are training your mind to be afraid without you realizing it? Two, our beliefs, the stories we tell ourselves that hold us back. Have you ever thought, I'm not good at talking to people in power? Or if I say the wrong thing, I'll look stupid? What if these beliefs aren't actually true, but they feel true because of how your brain is wired? Three, our brain and body, the silent controllers of fear. Why does your body tense up before speaking? Why does your voice shake even when you're not actually in danger? What if your brain and body are treating communication like a life or death situation, even though it's just a conversation? These three forces, habits, beliefs, and body reactions, are shaping the way you communicate. And the worst part, you don't even know what's happening. Imagine two versions of you. One version speaks freely, confidently, and influences people effortlessly. The other version holds back, hesitates, and avoids important conversations. The difference between these two versions isn't talent. It's these invisible forces working behind the scenes. But what if I told you that 90% of your communication is already decided before you even open your mouth? It's not about intelligence. It's not about personality. It's about programming. Your brain, your body, and your habits are running a script in the background, one that decides whether you will speak with confidence or freeze in fear. And here's the scary part. You didn't write this script. It was written for you by your past experiences, by society, by tiny habits you don't even notice. And if you don't rewrite it, you'll keep experiencing the same communication struggles over and over again. 1. The hidden power of habits, how they trap you in fear mode. For A, the daily training you don't realize you're doing. You don't just wake up one day afraid to speak. It's something you've been training your brain to do every single day without realizing it. Think about this. When was the last time you intentionally practiced speaking with confidence? Probably never, right? But here's what you have practiced. Avoiding confrontation. Every time you stay silent instead of speaking up, your brain learns that speaking is dangerous. Hunching over your phone. Your posture before a conversation literally tells your brain whether you're in a position of power or submission. Rushing your words. If you always speak fast, your brain assumes you don't deserve time and space to express yourself. Negative self-talk. Every time you say, I'm bad at talking to people, your brain records it as truth. These are habits. Small, repeated actions that condition your brain to expect failure in communication. And the more you do them, the stronger the conditioning becomes. The beliefs that chain you down, how your mind creates fear before you even speak. A, the truths you believe that aren't actually true. Now, let's talk about beliefs, the invisible rules you've created for yourself about communication. These rules feel real, but they're actually just illusions. I'm not good at talking to important people. False. You've just never trained yourself to do it comfortably. If I say something wrong, people will judge me. False. People forget 90% of what you say within 24 hours. Some people are just natural speakers, and I'm not one of them. False. Speaking is a skill, not a personality trait. But because you believe these things, your brain filters reality to confirm them. You hesitate, and when someone interrupts you, you think, see, I knew I wasn't good at this. Your brain collects failures and ignores successes to keep the belief alive. 3. Your brain and body, the hidden fight or flight response in communication. A. Why your body thinks a conversation is a life or death situation. You're not actually in danger when you talk to your boss or a stranger, but your body doesn't know that. Here's what happens inside you when you feel nervous before speaking. 1. Your brain detects a threat. It sees social judgment as dangerous, just like a physical attack. 2. It triggers fight or flight mode. Your heart beats faster, your muscles tense, and blood moves away from your brain to your limbs, which is why you can't think clearly. 3. Your voice weakens. Your throat tightens because your body is preparing for survival, not conversation. 4. Your mind blanks out because your brain is focused on escaping, not forming intelligent thoughts. This is why even when you know exactly what to say, you still can't say it in the moment. Your body is literally working against you. So now you see the full picture. It's not just nervousness or lack of confidence. It's a system of habits, beliefs, and biological reactions that shape your communication before you even open your mouth. And here's the worst part. If you don't change this system, it will keep getting stronger. Every time you hesitate, every time you avoid speaking up, you reinforce the cycle. But here's the good news. This system isn't permanent. It can be rewired. Now that we've exposed the hidden system controlling your communication, your habits, beliefs, and body reactions, it's time to reprogram it. This isn't about fake confidence or just practicing more. It's about rewiring your brain and body so that confidence becomes automatic. In this final part, we'll break down how to reset each of these three forces so that fear disappears and you can speak freely in any situation. 1. Reprogramming your habits. Training your brain for confidence. A. The pre-conversation ritual that changes everything. Most people enter conversations unprepared, not for the words they'll say, but for the state of mind they'll be in. If you don't set your mental and physical state before speaking, you're letting your old habits take over. Here's how to reset your brain before a conversation. 1. Change your posture before speaking. Stand or sit upright with your chest open. This tells your brain you're in control. Avoid hunching over your phone before a conversation. This makes you feel small and weak. 2. Slow down your breathing. Take a deep breath in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 6 seconds. This tells your nervous system, we're safe. No need to panic. 3. Preload your brain with a simple thought. Instead of thinking, I hope I don't mess up, think, I'm here to express, not impress. This shifts your focus from how will they judge me to what do I want to say. These tiny changes take less than 30 seconds, but they rewire your brain's response to speaking. Instead of entering fear mode, you enter engagement mode. The anti-blanking technique, never go silent again. Blanking out happens when your brain freezes under pressure. The way to stop this, train your brain to always have a response ready. Here's how. The repeat and redirect trick. If someone asks you something and your mind goes blank, repeat part of their question while thinking of your answer. Example, boss, did you finish the report I assigned last month? Instead of freezing, say, the report from last month, yes, I've made progress on it. Now your brain has time to catch up. Use the delay phrase to buy time. If you need a moment, say, that's an interesting point. Let me think about that for a second. Good question. Here's what comes to mind first. This keeps the conversation flowing while your brain organizes your thoughts. 2. Rewriting your beliefs, eliminating fear at the source. A. The proof list exercise and destroying self-doubt. Most people believe they're bad at communication because their brain only remembers failures. We need to rewire that. Try this. 1. Write down 5 times you communicated well. Maybe you explained something clearly to a friend. Maybe you made someone laugh. Maybe you spoke up in a meeting once. 2. Read this list before important conversations. This forces your brain to focus on proof that you can communicate well. 3, after every conversation, add one success. Even if it's small, like I answered confidently or I didn't freeze. Over time, your brain will start seeing you as a capable speaker, not a fearful one. It's the reframe your role mindset shift. Most people fear speaking because they think they're being judged. But the truth, people aren't judging you, they're focused on themselves. Try this reframe. Instead of thinking, what if I say something wrong? Think, how can I make this conversation valuable for both of us? Instead of thinking they're more powerful than me, think they're just another human with their own worries and insecurities. This shifts your mindset from I'm being tested to I'm here to contribute. 3, resetting your brain and body, stopping fear before it starts. A, the physical reset to remove nervous energy. When you feel nervous, your body is storing excess energy. You need to release it before speaking. Try this. Shake out your hands for 10 seconds. This releases tension. Stretch your arms up and take a deep breath. This signals confidence to your brain. Press your feet firmly on the ground. This makes you feel more stable and grounded. These simple movements trick your brain into thinking you're in control, even if you were nervous before. B, the speaking in short bursts trick. Many people speak too fast when they're nervous, making them sound unsure. The fix, short sentences. Instead of, yeah, so I was thinking that maybe we should look at the report again before, finalizing it. We should review the report once more before finalizing. Shorter sentences equals more control, more confidence. Final hook, the transformation you can create. You now have the tools to rewire your communication system. Your habits, reset them before conversations so fear never takes over. Your beliefs, rewrite them so your brain sees you as a confident speaker. Your brain and body, reset them so fear disappears before you even start speaking. Imagine the next time your boss, a powerful person, or a stranger asks you something. Instead of freezing, you respond clearly, calmly, and with authority. This isn't about fake confidence, it's about real control. The old version of you hesitated, blanked out, and feared speaking. The new version speaks with ease, influences effortlessly, and never lets fear control them again. And the best part? This isn't a skill you practice for months. It's a system you install right now. So next time you speak, use these techniques. Feel the difference, because once you experience it, you'll never go back.